I just can't ever decide what to do. Oh no, you know it's really hard too coming here because this is the first city in the States that I've been to on this whole world tour where the Dolls haven't played in a long time, and so why not? I don't know, because shit's weird. Coming back to New Orleans is really weird for me because I came here. I came here before the Dresden Dolls ever toured. I used to be a street performer. Are there any street performers in the audience? I have to ask. Are any of you guys out there? You're a rare breed. And you're strange. No doubt. There's one person out there. I was for about 5 years before the band started making any money. I was a living statue. That's how I made my money for a long time. And it was a totally weird fucking job, but I did it mostly in Boston. And my sister, when I was around 22, got married. And she got married in New Orleans. And so I decided I was really fucked up and really broke at the time. Maybe I was 23, I can't remember. But I decided I would come to New Orleans about a week early before her wedding to street perform. And this was not a good idea. In Boston, street performers are sort of few and far between, and it's, you know, we're special. And I got down here and I was like, oh, it's great. There's going to be all these street performers. They'll be friends. I was 22. I had almost no money. I stayed in this really, really scary pit of a place called the Faubourg, which was like a lightless large room with plywood rooms built into it. So literally, you had a plywood room with a padlock on the door, and you slept in the dark. And it was $12 a night. And that's all I could afford because I was so fucking broke. But I was convinced I was going to make a lot of money street performing. And I went out to, obviously, like, the place. I went right into the middle of the square, and I went to, like, the back left-hand corner. That's where I ended up after I walked around, and I was like, oh, I'll just find a nice spot, like I do in every other city. And all of the street performers were like, interloper! And like a tarot card reader yelled at me, and another living statue yelled at me, and like 4 people yelled at me, and I was like, oh, this isn't going to be a nice place filled with friends that are like me, and everyone here is fucked up and mean. And I've never told this story before. I finally found myself a little spot where like nobody yelled at me. In the back corner of the square, it's Jackson Square, right? In the middle of the French Quarter. This was my first day, my very first hour street performing in New Orleans. I set up, and then in quick succession, in like the space of 20 minutes, first of all, nobody gave me any money because I was not fucking special. Second of all, some person came up behind me. I was a bride. I was like, I had a wedding gown and I was totally white, and I looked pretty awesome. And so there I was standing, and this guy comes up behind me. I'll never know what he looks like because I was standing still, and he came up behind me, and he goes, I've got a match, and I'm gonna set your dress on fire. And I was like, you might be serious. I'm in New Orleans, there are fucking freaky fucking people here. And then about 10 minutes later, a horse came by. It was one of those horsey horses that has the carriages. And just like, they're mules? Okay, I didn't know. I thought it was a horse. A mule came by and full force pissed on my dress. And it was so offensive, and it was so loud, and it was so like I felt like God was peeing on me.
This is God, I'm peeing on you.
And basically I gave up and just drank coffee during the day and alcohol at night and chain smoked cigarettes and was like, I'm just gonna stay poor and I'll wait until I get back to Boston to make some money. Yeah, that was my experience in New Orleans. And also, you know, there are certain places where the street performers will be like more sort of brotherly and friendly, but I have never seen a more hostile community of street performers than in this city. They are so fucking mean to each other, and that's the end of my story. I don't know what I was about. I was about to do something, and I got up on that tangent.